Other.
Yeah, and I'm like, is this lady going to give me my money back? I literally just drove the car for a week.
Hey, Shaun.
Hi, Maria. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm back.
I know. I haven't seen you since your trip. So tell me.
Trip was great. That's short. It was too fast. I booked it pretty much last minute because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go with stuff going on here. But then, thank goodness, I was able to go, and I'm glad I went because it was great seeing people that I haven't seen in a few years.
Was it more fun, or was it more relaxing, or was it a little bit of both?
Okay. I mean, it is both. It's a lot of fun. I did not have time to relax, actually.
Yeah.
Because it was constantly there's somewhere we have to be or we have to do. There's a whole itinerary. I can't even talk. The whole agenda, basically, of what we need to do the whole weekend. So, but it was great. It was short, but it was great at the same time.
The $1 million question I have for you.
Yeah.
Did you get your octopus?
I did get the octopus, but you know what? Okay. We were so hungry, and it took a while for them to give us our food. So by the time it arrived, I was just I did not even think about photograph. I already had a couple martinis, and so sorry.
But was it delicious?
It was.
Okay.
It was
everything you wanted it to be.
Everything that I remembered. So it still tasted the same. Everything was great. It was the grilled octopus. Yes. So no, it was good. I mean, I did eat a lot of seafood while I was on that trip, and why not? Because you're by water. We're at the desert here.
Exactly.
So this is one thing that I did on the trip. And I don't know if you guys have done it, but you have one of those nights where there's a lot of mingling. There was like a welcome party where there's wine and food and everything. So, we had done that for a while, but then I ate dinner, but then obviously later in the night, it's like when I came back to the room because my husband went to sleep before I did.
Did you order room service?
I ordered pizza. So I ordered pizza. But I forgot about it. I fell asleep.
What do you mean? Like, did they leave it at the door?
Let me finish the story. This is crazy, okay? So apparently I ordered pizza and then I wake up in the morning and then, first thing I do is check my phone, and I was checking my phone, and I saw that there's like, a pizza was ordered, Uber Eats. It was Uber Eats, and here's me thinking, well, I don't like who did that. So I texted my kids. Well, I just wanted to make sure that my card wasn't hacked or anything like that. So I texted my kids like, did you guys order food? But then I didn't realize I was 3 hours in advance. They're still sleeping. So I'm like, I didn't get an answer, obviously, from my children. So I'm just like, well, they usually order. Maybe it is them that ordered. So as I was checking, and I went through my bank account, and I said, okay, so it came out of my card. So, and then so I checked, like, let me see if there's another app, like DoorDash. Let me see. So I looked on DoorDash. There was another pizza on the cart, but wasn't sent. So I was thinking, oh boy.
Were you just like trying to decide where you're going to order?
No, I think I ordered, but I didn't think it went through. So I tried a different.
Oh my God.
I tried a different place. Thank goodness God was looking out and had me forgot to hit send. And I didn't pay for that one. But so I called downstairs at the front desk and I asked, is there a pizza delivery for Maria?
We ate that thing.
And they were like, yes, it's sitting right here. I said, I'll be right down. So when I went downstairs and when I they didn't even question it. I said, I think that's mine. It was right there. And they looked at me and like, did you forget? Oh, no.
Did they give you that look?
No, she's like, Did you fall asleep? That was it. I was like, did you fall asleep? I guess it happens all the time, right?
It's not the first time they've seen something like that.
I said yes. So I picked it up, went to the gift shop next door and got myself a Diet Coke. So basically I had cold pizza for breakfast. It was so good. So it went from grilled octopus to pizza.
Hey,
That's
what you do when you're away.
I was craving for pizza for the fact that I have been watching what I've been eating, right? Because I was trying to watch my blood sugar and obviously carbs has, sugar and all that. So I think it's because my body has been lacking or missing carbs that I was just like, I want pizza.
I think it's just because of the fact that you were literally like out of town. There's something about like just being out of town that makes you just want to eat like you don't normally eat.
Yeah, you think, it's so true. When you go on vacation, it's funny, like people prepare to go on vacation and they want to look good, and then the moment you get on vacation, like, oh, we're eating here, we're eating there, doing everything, right?
It's true.
Yeah, so that's me. That's what I did.
Well, I'm glad you made it home safely.
Yes.
And how was that? Like just adjusting and decompressing and getting back into your routine? And
it's, you know how it is. Like you go somewhere, and it doesn't matter if it's a long travel or it's a short travel. When you go, and it's all fun and all, but then you come back, it's like it's like a reset. You have to reset everything and readjust to. Well, I had to adjust to the time. There's a time difference, and the unpacking and get my mind mode again. It's like mom mode. Like, okay, there's things that needs to be done. Blah 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 blah.
What happened while I was gone?
Yes. Well, yes. So there's a lot. It's like, what did I miss? But
what did you guys do?
What did you guys do? I'm like, thank goodness I didn't get a phone. Well, no, we actually did good. Oh, say hi to Pepper. Pepper saying hi. Our lovely doodle. So you always pray like, I hope our kids are fine while we're gone. So, but while we were there, we did get a phone call that my daughter was parking in a really tight spot, and she's a newbie. She just got her license. She scraped the car just a little bit in the middle of the awards dinner. It's our life. It's just our life. Yeah. It's just how it is.
Did she call you like panicking and crying?
Well, she called Jeff. She didn't call me because she knows better. Because he's more calm than me. I'll be like, no. But no, he just, I guess the lady that she scraped, that was a little.
Oh, was the lady there?
Yeah, and she was just, a little panicking. My daughter couldn't handle her being like that.
Exactly.
So I,
Well, that's a lot for an adult. To come out a child, like
No, she's 17. I mean, her first time. I'm sure she was freaking out and trying not to be. So she called her dad. He told her where the insurance card is and stuff like that. So everything should be. But I don't even know if she's gonna claim that. It's like really a minor.
Just like a little.
Yeah, but I think it's the fact that she was there, and right away she was just like asking my daughter, "You need to give me $200 for that scrape."
Like right then and there, like give me $200.
Yeah, it's just like, and her friend was like, "Okay, and I'll give you $300." And she's like, "No, let's call my dad."
Yeah, that's very smart to like, let's call my dad. Like, no.
So, and they couldn't really file a police report because, it happened right there. Like, I forgot what they said. It was, you're in a public or somebody else's property.
It was on someone's property.
Well, no, it's at the gas station.
Oh, the gas station.
So and they're parked. It's not like it was a hit and run or,
a moving violation or something like that. Yeah.
So they said it's just better off for that lady to go through the insurance. I don't know.
This has been a crazy time for cars.
Yeah, you had some crazy thing with your car too before I left.
Well, even before I get into that, like, during the week, I took my brother to run some errands, and we were in like the Walmart parking lot. And so I was just waiting in the car while he ran into the store, and I hear this, and I look through my rearview mirror, and I see this truck hit a car, like scrape it, leaves, doesn't do anything, and just leaves. And I look, and I got the person's license plate number.
Oh, you did?
I did, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, why is this person just like leaving the scene of the crime? Right. And so I got the license plate number, and then this one guy came out, and he's like, did you see that? And like, I totally saw that. He's like, well, that truck is still here. He just moved to another parking space. I'm like, that's not very smart. So then I got like the make and model, and I didn't leave my name, but I left a note on the car and said, I saw someone hit your car. Here's the license plate number. Here's like the make, the model. And just left a note on their car so that they can take care of it.
Well, good for you.
But it has been a crazy time with cars in general.
Yeah. So, okay. Why don't you share like what you've shared with me, like this drama that Shaun had been dealing with?
Car drama. So I was in need to get a new used car because my old car had worn its time. I had it for a while. It was, its time, lived its life. And so for a couple of months, I've been like using my mom's husband's car. He's been gracious enough to let me use it while I look for a car because he works from home. And the question is like, who do you trust? Like, where do you go? Like, how do you find a car? And so I just put the word out there to just different people like, hey, I'm looking for a car. If you hear of anything, just let me know. And I definitely didn't want to get a brand new car, so I was looking for a used car. And of all people that came to me and gave me a recommendation was my mechanic. And highly recommended, said, I give you my word, like, this is the car, it's in great condition. Pretty much sold me. Like, if you can't trust your mechanic when it comes to a car, who can you trust?
You've been going to him for how long?
For a long time, for a very long time. So I was like, okay. And it wasn't the type of car I was looking for, but he's like, this is a really good car. I stand behind it. So I'm like, okay, sold. Drove the car for literally 1 week. And the scary thing is, and I know God was looking over us, me and my daughter were getting ready to get on the freeway, and the car just totally died.
Like, it's so scary.
It's super scary. Like, and with my daughter in the car, and I was just like, I had to stay calm because I didn't want to freak out because I didn't want her to panic and I didn't want her to freak out. But like, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, literally, like, we're trying to get on the freeway. There's like obviously cars like behind us that are probably getting really upset. This very nice man and his wife jumped out of their car and pushed us over to the side.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I would panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, first person I called was my mechanic. I'm like, oh my gosh, my car totally died.
The person that sold you the car.
Yeah. And well, he didn't technically sell it to me, but he
preferred. Yeah.
The person that owned it said, can you sell my car? And he said yes. And so he was kind of the third party, I guess we can call that. So it's just been a nightmare. I can't even like talk about it because it's so stressful for me. I still don't have my car. It still is. It went from, it's just a sensor problem to we'll have you out of here in no time. So me and my daughter are sitting in like at a shop for like 2 hours, and we're finally like, I got to get my kid home. Like, so
okay.
He gave us a ride home, and then he's like, okay, let me look at it, and then it turned into like, it's the timing belt, and I'm like, you told me.
Oh my gosh, that happened to me. I didn't want to cut you off. That's the worst. At least that didn't happen to you while you're in a car with a timing belt. Like, it's happened to me, and I had no control of the car, and I literally almost died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's me. It's like, let's still talk about Shaun.
But I'm like, you told me, like, that's going through my head and my wheels are spinning. It's like, you told me that there's nothing wrong with this car. You told me, like, you gave me your word, and I, like, got this based on your word. And that's just, I think, what hurts my heart the most was, like, you gave me your word, and it turns out, like, it's the engine. And I'm
It's
like,
one after another.
yeah. And I'm like, is this lady going to give me my money back? I literally just drove the car for a week. And he's like, no, she already spent the money. She doesn't have to give to you. I'm like, well, am I just totally screwed? Like, I'm just like panicking and freaking out. Like, I literally just like had a panic attack and was just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I gave you my money for a car that now I can't even drive. And honestly, panicking and just... So the bottom line is the lady spent the money, but he got in touch with her and he was like, well, she's willing to pay for the engine, but I have to pay for the labor. I'm like, why do I have to pay for the labor? When you told me
it was your word.
Yeah. Anyways, I have to pay for the labor. So there we go.
I know, and you're stressing.
It's hard. It's hard.
That's like
I'm number one, I'm a single mom. You know, and so I don't have like a flow of money, like sitting down going, here you go, here you go, here you go.
That's another stress in itself, is just the money.
Yeah, and so there we are. Hopefully I'm going to get my car on Monday.
I hope so. And like test drive it and I'll do all that. And just,
if you can't trust your mechanic, who can you trust? So like when you buy a car and your mechanic refers you.
And you've been going to him for so many years.
Yeah. So it's buying a used car. You're going through something.
Maybe change the mechanic.
Well, obviously now, but
now it's time to change the mechanic. I get, we just changed. We changed our mechanic because our mechanic was just referred to us by our pool guy. But so far I'm loving it because he's a mobile mechanic.
That's awesome.
He goes to your house and he does whatever work he needs to do at your property.
Does it cost extra for him to like come to your...
No, because he doesn't have a shop.
Oh, he's literally a mobile mechanic.
Yes, he's a mobile. He's got everything in his truck.
Wow.
And he goes to your house, and what he would charge us is so much cheaper than going to
a shop.
To a shop, or because you're not paying for rent, you're not paying for employees.
Yeah, you're not paying that extra labor.
No, nothing. That's why it's so much cheaper.
Well, I might need to get his number.
Absolutely, once it's done with my car. Yeah, I was going to tell you that. I said, don't go back to that guy. But you already had him do... Well, because...
I was hostage. He had my car.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, next time, for maintenance, don't go back to that guy.
Yeah.
Well, and he's so honest, and he'll tell you right out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we bought some used cars and we've had our dilemmas, but like...
Are you in the process right now of...
I am in the process of trying to fix one to resell it, and in the process of buying another one so that we have another car for our daughter.
Yeah.
We do need one because I'm kind of getting tired of her Ubering here and there. And I get worried, like, with Uber.
So what resources are you using on your car hunt?
On my what?
On your car hunt. On your search for a car.
Well, I've had good luck using Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Yes. I've done dealerships in the past, but I like using Facebook because you want to find the ones that are owned by people for a long. They own that car for a long time, like but they took care of it, and so you'll get the honest. They'll give you their honest opinion on
what's wrong with it,
what's wrong, and things like that. Like they'll tell you, I'm pricing it based on this. This is what I've done with it, but I don't, or I don't want to keep. I don't have the money to invest in fixing it, so I'd rather sell it. Yeah. So at least so that's one option. I mean, I know you've used your mechanic, and you should have somebody that you can trust that knows cars that tells you, oh, this is a great car, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is the thing. What I like about my mechanic, you can also, like, for a small fee, he will go to the person where if I'm planning to buy a used car, he can go there and test it, do the
For
diagnostic
Yeah,
before
absolutely.
I buy it.
Yeah.
So I've used him already for one car that I was looking at, and he did find some leaks. So there's like this, and that, and
Little unknowns.
and he said maybe, he's like, yeah, maybe you can ask the person to bring it down to this much because this is how much it would be to fix it. Yeah. And so I'm glad. So
That's awesome.
It was a good thing. So I
Yeah.
never ended up buying that car. I didn't. So because the guy would not go down the price.
He's like, no.
And I'm like, no. That might be a problem, like an ongoing thing eventually, and I don't want to have to deal with that.
Exactly, because a small leak can turn into a bigger leak, and
different things. So it's like, And plus, it already had 200,000 miles on it,
Oh,
and the only
yeah,
reason
that's
I
something
liked it is because it was a Lexus, and those are usually good cars and stuff.
absolutely.
And so, and it was just going to be for my daughter to drive daily, like school and all that, but no. So we didn't do it.
Meanwhile, she's still taking the Uber.
And she's still and giving me headaches on that because I'm just like, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? So maybe if she actually has a car, then she will not have an excuse anymore as far as like why she's running late.
True.
But
she's a teenager. There's always an excuse. Now I have to drop so and so off here before I go home, or she becomes the Uber.
Well, that did happen with my oldest when when she was home and she had the car.
Yeah.
Well, now she's carless because she's in college. But,
you don't need a car when you're in
oh
college.
no! But when she comes home during the summer, she's kind of hinting about like, am I gonna get a car? I said, I thought you were gonna work for your car.
Yeah, wasn't that her plan?
That was the plan. Anyway, before I get into a different subject, that's a whole other subject,
Another topic.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, well, that's it for this episode.
Well, tips on finding a car, definitely. Like Maria thinks doing Facebook.
Well, Facebook Marketplace is a good place to. I mean, there's other ways you can find, but that's usually where I find. I mean, because it's usually owners. Go for the ones that the owners are like.
Well, this car that I got was the only one-time owner.
Yeah.
So it was just a nightmare. Yeah. I hope anyone else out there looking for a car has a very pleasant, great experience because it does get really stressful.
Cars.
Cars. Can't live with them, can't live without them.
And then another thing is the insurance. Oh my God, that's a whole other topic. It's like making sure that the car you get is not going to jack up your insurance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On that note,
you guys take good care. Have a great day. Bye.